Hello everyone. In last video we have discussed about distance time graph. In this video we will discuss about velocity time graph. Again we will consider the same graph, but the only difference between the earlier graph or distance time graph and this graph is on the y-axis here we have taken velocity. On x-axis time and y-axis we have taken velocity. And if you observe this line, what this line it actually indicates, as time is increasing, the velocity of the object is also increasing. As time is increasing, corresponding velocity of the object is also increasing. Now again the same, I want to find the slope of this line. How to find the slope? Again the same logic. This line, it is making angle theta. This making angle theta with this time axis line or x-axis. Tan angle of that, tan of theta is equal to perpendicular divided by base, we know. So this perpendicular distance and divided by this base. Again, this perpendicular distance is nothing but delta y. And delta y is nothing but y2 minus y1. And delta x is nothing but x2 minus x1. So delta y divided by delta x is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So slope also we can give like delta y divided by delta x. Like this also we can give, or like this also we can give the slope. Now the thing is, here if you see in this graph, delta y is nothing but delta v, because on y axis we have taken velocity. On x axis we have taken time. So delta x is nothing but delta t, that is time interval or change in time, and delta y is nothing but delta v, that is nothing but change in velocity. So delta y is nothing but delta v and delta x is nothing but delta t. So slope I can give like tan of theta also, delta y by delta x also, and delta v divided by delta t also. But actually delta v is what? Delta v is nothing but v minus u divided by t. V is the final velocity of the object, u is the initial velocity of the object, and t is the corresponding time interval. Right. So V minus U is nothing but change in velocity divided by change in time. What is change in velocity divided by corresponding time? It is nothing but acceleration, right? It is nothing but acceleration. So acceleration is nothing but change in velocity divided by time taken. So what I can say is in velocity time graph, the slope of this line, it will give me magnitude of acceleration. One more time I will say, in velocity time graph, the slope of this line, it will give me magnitude of acceleration. And in distance time graph, similar line we have drawn there. In distance time graph, the slope of the line, it will give me velocity there. Here it is giving me acceleration. There in distance time graph, it will give me velocity. Now, we will consider this area. What is this area? This triangular area. This triangular area is nothing but the area which is below this line, or the area under this line, the line which we have considered, or velocity time graph. Under that graph, whatever the area, whatever this triangular area, and one more important thing is that triangular area is in between this line and the time axis line. The area is in between the time axis line and this line, and it is below this line. Or what line we have considered this velocity time graph line, what we have considered below that area is nothing but the area we have to consider. So triangular area, how we will calculate? Triangular area is equal to 1 half base into height. So what is base here? Base is delta x and height is what? This perpendicular distance delta y. So delta x or delta t is nothing but change in time, and delta v is nothing but delta y is nothing but change in velocity. Right. Now area, if I take area is equal to 1 half change in velocity base into change in time, right? Base is change in time and height is change in velocity. But what we know, change in velocity multiplied by change in time is nothing but distance or displacement. because velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. So that's why the area under this line, it will give me magnitude of displacement or magnitude of distance. So three things we need to remember. In distance time graph, the slope of the line will give me magnitude of velocity. In velocity time graph, slope of the line will give me acceleration. And in velocity time graph, the area below the line, below this line, it will give me magnitude of displacement, right? First is distance time graph. That line slope will use velocity. Velocity time graph line gives magnitude of acceleration, and area under the line gives the magnitude of displacement. So these are three important thumb rules we have to remember. Thank you.